Oh, that's right, I forgot. I forgot to turn off... I got all my usual options, but I forgot to turn off the flying battery prototype zone order. So okay, I guess we're doing this now. Oh, you know what? That's interesting, now that I think of it. Because I've never actually seen this. Because, yeah, Because, right, I wasn't supposed to cannon into this zone. I was supposed to take the teleporter, like Knuckles does. So where the hell even am I? Okay, this is just the same as he usually starts up in, so that's not that exciting. Okay, I'm actually glad that I didn't turn off the... Yeah, I'm glad I didn't switch the zone order then. That was kind of... I don't know. If you're a fanatic about this game, like I am, even the slightest differences are, like, interesting. And again, this isn't something... That's not something that you would have seen. That little teleporter there doesn't exist in Sonic 3 and Knuckles because, you know, you go to Ice Cap Zone after this normally. This is something that's unique to Sonic 3 Complete. God, I thought it was showing off. I thought it was done showing off all of the Sonic 3 Complete goodies, but I guess here we are, showing off the Knuckles teleporter from Carnival Night into Scrap Brain, what? Flying Battery. Even though I actually didn't even use the teleporter, we used the cannon. I fooled you fools. The Sonic 3 Complete devs didn't anticipate this. Or I'm sure they did anticipate it, but you know, probably didn't see any reason to... I don't know. A bit of inconsistency, though, is funny, where he, like, cannons out of the one zone and teleports into the other. So anyways, yeah, Carnival Night. Kind of a bullshit zone, regardless of who you play as. Yeah, I guess this is just the thing we're going to do with this Knuckles playthrough, is I'm going to comment about each zone, not as we go through it, but right after we finished it. Like, in each zone, I'll comment on the zone before it. So yeah, Carnival Night is kind of bullshit, no matter who you're playing as. And so, as Sonic, it's at least fun, in my opinion, even though it's kind of, like, way too long, unless you know all the shortcuts, like I kind of do. Once you know the shortcuts, Carnival Night is actually legit fun. One of the more entertaining zones in the game, actually, I think. It's just the bumpers in Sonic games have always been some of my favorite objects. Just the finesse it takes to kind of maneuver around the bumpers and get them to propel you in the direction you want. It's just, I don't know, really satisfying once you get the hang of it. I don't know, all the bumper zones in Sonic games. Spring Yard, Carnival Night, Casino Night, and I guess, what's the one? Collision Chaos in Sonic CD, which I guess I'll probably LP at some point. Sonic CD. Probably the next Sonic game I do. Not after this. I can't imagine that I'll be in the mood for more Sonic after 2 complete playthroughs of Sonic 3 Complete, but, someday Sonic 3 and... yeah, today is Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but someday Sonic CD is in our future. Oh, come on, Knuckles, you can do better than that. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. So satisfying. I love the lightning shield. Just the way the rings gravitate towards you, it's really satisfying. It's kind of one thing that I really miss, actually. It's more, actually, yeah, like I mentioned in the Sonic playthrough, it's the biggest reason why I usually play through as Sonic. It's not even like the Doomsday and the Scrap Brain Zone. Like I said, I don't even play the Doomsday Zone most of the time when I play through this game. I don't get the emeralds. Almost never will I get the emeralds when I'm playing through this game. Don't care about the Doomsday Zone. Like I said, it was really awesome as a kid. Loved it to death. It was just mind-blowingly cool. The first time I saw the Doomsday Zone. Now that I've seen it in every single Sonic game, literally every single Sonic game released since this one, I think I've had enough Doomsday Zone for one lifetime. I think I'd be fine if the Sonic games would just lay off the Doomsday Zones from here on out. They keep on botching it too. The Super Sonic final bosses are so terrible in like every Sonic game I think I've played. Where it was tolerable in Sonic Adventure just because it was a cakewalk and there was nothing to it. On the other, Sonic Adventure 2, the Bio Lizard Super Sonic thing sucked. Frickin' Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations was like... I didn't like Sonic Generations as much as a lot of other people did. I thought it was a decent game, certainly the best 3D Sonic game that's been released yet, but I'm still not big on the 3D Sonic thing. Just as a concept, I think it just fails. The way it controls, the way the levels are designed, there's big, like, stupid, just like speedways suspended over bottomless pits the whole way through. I don't like it. I never liked it. I don't like the concept. It's just a big miss for me, even the best ones, but Generations is the best one, though, and it was tolerable for me. Even that game fucked up, like the final boss, the final supersonic boss for that game. It's fucking terrible. Probably among the worst, or, I don't know, it's not quite as bad as the one in Sonic Adventure 2, but still. Sonic Heroes had a terrible supersonic final boss. What else was there? Or even, or actually, you know what, Sonic Advance 3 had a pretty good supersonic final boss. That actually had a neat twist on things. It was really frustrating at first, or you know what, I took that route as Sonic. I'll go the other way this time. Anyways, yeah, Sonic Advance 3, that's another one I need to... I forgot about Sonic Advance 3 until just this moment. Or you know what, let's see if we can get the... Yeah. Okay, I need to get to the top of this, because I've, like, mastered... Like, I haven't shown it off yet, but I swear to God, you guys, I am the master of the, I don't even know what to call this. The pachinko machine? The lightning pachinko machine? It has, like, an official name, or not an official name, but a name that fans usually give it, and I'm just kind of blanking on what that is. Yeah, basically, the two items that you get at the very, very top. Okay, fucked it up again. It's gotta keep trying to be fancy by showing off how good I can control off the bumpers. I can't control off the bumpers tonight, I guess. Maybe I've had too much to drink. I don't know. Whatever. Normally I'm better on the bumpers than that. I should just try to stop showing off. Anyways, the cool thing about... Oh, this is actually a tough jump is Knuckles. Okay, yeah, he can just barely make that. Oh. Fourth time's the charm? Okay, let's do this. So basically, anyways, the final two items that you can get at the very top of, yeah, Electric Pachinko here, or I had a, what was it, Electchinko, as if you will. That's not easy. That doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. That's a terrible name. Whatever. Yeah, the final two items of Electchinko here are, basically you'll either get rings or you'll get a 1-up. The thing, though, is that as you ascend the Electchinko machine, the rings are worth more and more. You see, that one was worth 40 right there. And the one at the top is worth 100, or, okay, 80, I guess. Or you'll get a 1-up. So you're... Okay, I got double rings there, which is bad luck. But, you know, it happens. But yeah, as long as you don't... If you don't already have 200 rings, you'll probably get rings and a 1-up is mostly what you'll get there, which is usually means 2 1-ups. So each time you get the Electchinko bonus stage, you get 2 1-ups, as long as you make it to the top and manage to get both of the bubbles there, which obviously I failed at, because I can't bumper for shit tonight, apparently. Anyways, Carnival Night. Was I done talking about the bullshit of Carnival Night? Carnival Night is bullshit. There, I'm done talking about the bullshit of Carnival Night. Anyways, yeah, it's terrible as Sonic. It's a fun zone as Sonic, but it's too long. Way, way too long. And of course the bullshit with the red barrel, which I was stuck on for literally... Okay, probably not hours. Maybe like 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. As a kid, I was stuck on the red barrel. But yeah, the zone just takes too long as Sonic, unless you know the shortcuts. And as Knuckles, it's just a terribly designed zone. It does the same thing as the frickin' Angel Island Act 2, as I recall, where it's just nothing but fucking spikes all over the place, total garbage, linear spike corridor, unless you take that dumb shortcut that I took, where you get the long but fun version of the level. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's Carnival Night. Flying Battery. A surprisingly challenging zone. Like I said, this is really difficult for a Zone 2. Or I guess, actually that's another thing. Chemical Plant is actually another example of weird difficulty curves. And here I guess I'm continuing, or I guess, yeah, continuing a tangent I went on in my old Sonic and Tails series for this game. Yeah, so Chemical Plant was another example, actually, of sort of unexpected early difficulty in a Sonic game. Chemical Plant was, like, really hard. Like, yeah, like, certainly... Hilltop and... What's before Hilltop? Shit. Aquatic Ruin Zone are way easier than Chemical Plant, at least in my opinion. Like, I remember as a kid, I was stuck on Chemical Plant for a little while. I never got stuck on Hilltop or Aquatic Ruin. Like, first time I beat... Like, I got stuck at Chemical Plant for a bit. The first time I beat Chemical Plant, I blitzed on through Aquatic Ruin, and Hilltop right after that. And then got stuck in Mystic Cave, obviously, for a good long while, but still. Like I was saying, difficulty curve kind of messed up in Sonic games often. And Flying Battery is not exactly an example of that, because like I said, all of the zones in Sonic and Knuckles... Oh, this is another little thing that they fixed here, just for some weird reason. Like, even in the original Sonic... Ah, fuck. In Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you got Robotnik in the machine here, which is weird because, you know, Knuckles is supposed to be fighting Egg Robo as his bosses. Oh yeah, this boss is also made a little bit harder on the Knuckles route. In the Sonic route, he only spouts flame when Sonic is directly above him, and he stops moving to shoot the flame. As Knuckles, he shoots it in timed intervals, so it's trickier to make your jumps over him. And he, spouts it constantly, so it's, a bit trickier. Also, he does his little rotation thing, so you have fewer opportunities to hit him. And it's just a tougher fight. And again, I actually don't mind this. This is actually good improvements to that boss, I think. It makes it less of a cakewalk and kind of makes it so you kind of have to learn the boss a little bit. So I actually like the changes to that boss fight for Knuckles. Okay. Oh, does Knuckles snowboard down? No, he doesn't. Oh, well. Yeah, if we were playing the normal route, there would be a false wall here, behind which would be the teleporter that Knuckles comes out of. And again, if you played the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles as Knuckles, featuring Knuckles and Knuckles, starring Knuckles, you would know that. You do know that, because I'm sure you've played that if you're watching this LP series. Oh god, I'm losing my voice again. Excuse me, people. So sorry about this. This was probably a mistake. Doing 2 LPs in a row, essentially. And hey, we're into Ice Cap. We get that lovely Ice Cap music. Which means that it's time to talk about the Flying Battery Zone in more detail. Flying Battery is a good zone. It kind of has that Death Egg feel that I mentioned in the Death Egg part of my Sonic and Tails playthrough, where it's just got so many different types of obstacles, and it's just really cool. It's got a great atmosphere, too. I just love the music, love the look of the level. I prefer the look of the level with the, with the natural blue skies. Ah, that was bullshit there. It's like the design of the level kind of naturally inclines you. Just, I don't know. At least for me, the way I like to play these games, my natural inclination there is to spin dash. And the game fucks you over for that. Which is, again, a thing that Sonic 2 did a lot, in my opinion. That was the big flaw in the level design in Sonic 2 a lot of the time, especially in the later zones, once you get to Oil Ocean and beyond. This game, it doesn't do it nearly as much, except if you're playing Sonic 3 alone. If you play Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it fixes a lot of the bullshit. And then if you play Sonic 3 and Knuckles as Knuckles, then it reintroduces a lot of it, which is bad. Ice Cap, on the other hand, is actually not bad. This is largely the same for Knuckles as it is with Sonic. Act 2 is a bit different, but it's not actually dreadful, at least as far as I remember. They kind of maintained what is probably the intended design of the level, which is probably to be a bit of a breather before the final zone. Actually, if anything, I can actually see the Flying Battery before Ice Cap as making a bit more sense there. Just in that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, just in that it's one more difficult zone. So it's like the sort of the breather that the Ice Cap gives you, the kind of lighter on difficulty Ice Cap zone is the breather it gives you is a bit more justified after having survived the gauntlet of Carnival Night into Flying Battery, which are 2 pretty difficult zones, I think. I can't remember if this next mid-boss is different or not. Like, I know it's the same mid-boss. I don't remember if anything is different about him. I guess if he flies up there, I can't reach him up there, so that's one difference, I suppose. Also, I can't insta-shield, which makes that hit a lot tougher. Nope, that got that one at least. Nope. Okay, I think this one's pretty much exactly the same, as far as I can tell. Or at least we get to, play out the really awesome mid-boss music for once at least. Okay, don't know what I expected to do there, but I did it nonetheless.